Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to This Time. It's Wiffle Ball in May, and it's a good one here. It's the division showdown of the Cubinals and the Bandits, and this might be one of the bigger games of the year. Not only do you have the showdown of Reese Woolwine and Gavin Bonet, you have both of their rookies present as well. It's Wiley Wilson carrying the weight of the Bandits past couple of games, and it's Logan Emery who has been solid for the Cubinals. The Cubinals will be home team, and we have some developing stories. Reese Woolwine has been homerless through the past two games. Logan Emery still looking for that first major league home run. Meanwhile, Wiley Wilson has hit 5 in his 2 games played so far, and Gavin Bonet hasn't played in a little bit, so we'll have to see how well he shows up for the game here today. So first and second, no outs with Reese pitching in the bind. That's on the ground. Reese makes a great play. Will throw the guy out at third base, and that's a really good play by number 2 off the mound, and that'll be the first out of this game. So I feel like Wilson will be the key factor in this game. As that's up the middle. That'll push 2 runs across. And it'll be a 2-0 game to start this one here. So 2 outs, bases loaded. Fouled back. That'll put strike 2 on Gavin. 4-0. The Bandits have had a pretty good inning. But Reese will get him swinging and get out of it. So that'll only push, I believe, 4 runs across, and the Cubinals will come up here in the bottom half of the inning. So here it is, bottom of the first, 4-0 here for the Cubinals. And it'll be interesting to see what these two can do here coming up for the lineup. I believe Reese will lead off. So 3-1 to Reese with the bases loaded. 1-0, the Cubinals doing a really good job at seeing the ball here against Wiley. That'll be ball 4, as Reese looks like he extremely wanted to hit that one. Ball 4, 2-zip. And it's 4-2 now here for the Cubinals, and that'll bring Reese back up with the bases loaded, which he has been in a hitting drought, except he's been seeing the ball well. We're going to have a mound change, and it looks like it's going to be Gavin Bonet here pitching for the Bandits. Reese has been known to hit well off of Gavin, so a high-risk, high-reward situation here with the Bandits. So Reese is going to stand in. 4-2's the score. Here, Cubinals down. The first pitch from Gavin. He's hit deep! And you can bet that one, it's gone. A grand slam for Reese, and his homerless drought is no more. It's his first homer in 3 games, and it's a slam to take the lead. His 14th of the season, and the Cubinals are getting hot once again here in this game. The first pitch seen from Bonet is taken to the moon as Wiley can't do anything about that one, and the bat flip for the ages. So the rookie showdown of Wilson and Emery. Runners on first and second, no outs here in the top of the second. Wilson swings through that one, and there's the first strikeout of the game for Logan. So the 1-2 on Bonet. Got him on the upside corner, and there's back-to-back Ks for Logan. High for ball 2. So 2-2, Logan trying to get out of this inning here. First and second, nobody has scored. So it's still 6-4. Cubinals hold on to the lead. The pitch is on the ground on the third base side, and Logan is easily going to beat Gavin to the bag. That's a scoreless frame 6-4 for the Cubinals as they lead headed to the bottom of the second. So once again, I feel like it's going to be Wilson who's the deciding factor of this game, but Logan's up now, leading off the bottom of the second. As that's popped, Wilson makes a good play for the first out of this frame. Great communication by the Bandits defense here.
That's a good play.
And there's one out. So the full count on Reese as he steps in. He homered his last AB. That's up the middle. That'll be a nice single as Gavin gets to it. And there's a runner on. So second and third with 2 outs. Of course, that second out coming from that chair hit earlier on Reese in his last AB. So Logan carrying the weight of this inning. See if Reese can do something with 2 runners in scoring position. Number 2 stands in for the Cubinals. And the pitch is up the middle, and it'll drill the chair for the second time in the inning. And that'll do it for the frame. Another scoreless on this time the Bandits side of things, and it's still 6-4. So no outs with the win picking up. Runner on first base for the Bandits. As that's a fair ball. That'll roll over the line, and that puts a double on. It's second and third, no outs. And all of a sudden, the go-ahead runs at home plate. So second and third, 6-4 for Wilson, who has great bat-to-ball skills. The pitch is poked the other way. 1 run will score. It's 6-5. Gavin will hold at third after the throw comes in from Logan. And it's 6-5. So first and third. That's on the ground. A great play by Reese. He gets the runner at home for the, I believe, first out. And he saves a run. It's still 6-5. A great play off the mound for Reese. A great pick off the ground and the throw to get the runner at home. And there's one out. Runners on second and first. Ball 1 for Wilson. Runner in scoring position in Gavin. The pitch is off of Reese's foot in the no man's land, and everybody's going to be safe. And the bases will be loaded. So 6-5, bases loaded, tying run is on third. 1 out here for the Cubinals. They need something. The pitch. Outside. A great leave by Gavin. He stands back in. The pitch is popped in fair. Gavin hits Reese's arm and the ball falls. And that might be interference. That is, and Reese is upset about that. And that was, I feel like that was probably interference. And that might be interference. I'm not sure what they're going to call this. Both sides are... Gavin did kind of stop and hit Reese's arm. And that has to be interference, right? He stopped in the baseline and hit Reese's arm before he could catch it. And yeah, and this is getting quite heated, and I'm not sure what they're going to call that. That was probably interference on Gavin's part. Reese didn't have the best read on the ball, and I don't know what they're going to call this. They're going to give it a re-pitch, which I think was just more of a consideration from both sides. Both sides are still upset. That's ball 4. That'll tie the game. As Reese and Gavin still continue to have words. Best friends do tend to fight sometimes. Still an interesting call. I can see why both sides are upset. That was probably interference. As it looked like Reese had a glove on that ball but got hit by Gavin. Gavin stands in. Reese and him still probably pretty upset. Bases loaded still. The pitch is poked up the middle and through. That'll take the lead. It's 8-6. And depending on if that interference would have been an out, I don't know how that shaped this game, but currently the Bandits lead now here in the top of the third. It's 8-6. So now it's Wilson, second and third, 2 outs. Reese trying to get out of it. Up the middle, Reese has it and will throw home. There's the third out of this inning, and it was a long one, and they have work to do. 8-6. We head to the bottom of the third. Cubinals down to their last 3 outs. So here we go. We head to the bottom of the third, 8-6, and the Cubinals are do and die. And you know they do thrive in this situation, but you'll have to wonder how well this new dynamic for both teams will shape this. The Cubinals not dead yet, 8-6. They just need 3 runs. Reese stands in the leadoff spot. It'll be Wiley pitching for the Bandits as the wind picks up. The pitch is swung on. That's going to be a double as it rolls over the line. Reese is holding his hand like it hit it. And that might have hit his hand. But that's a leadoff double nonetheless. And yeah, he's holding his hand. I think he hit this ball off his knuckles. Yeah, he did. Right at the base of the bat. But he hit it far enough to be a double. So that'll put a runner on. And the tying run up to the plate in Logan Emery. So Logan stands in. Tying run. The pitch. Popped. Wiley makes a good play. Reese is off the bag, but Wiley misses the throw. Could have been a detrimental double play, but instead it's just 1 out. And the Cubinals still are now down to their last 2 outs. Could have been down to their last 1, but Wiley missed the throw. Could have been a nightmare scenario for the Cubinals. Reese went off the bag too far. Wiley just barely misses the throw. Now Reese stands in as the tying run for the Cubinals. 1 out, the pitch is popped. He missed it. Wiley makes the catch and almost gets Logan out at second this time. Back-to-back almost double plays. That would have ended the game. Instead, the Cubinals are down to their last out as that's back-to-back pop-outs to Wiley. And in a blink of an eye, the momentum has shifted and the Cubinals are down to their last out as Wiley's doing all the work off the mound. As he watches strike 1. So runner on second, 2 outs. Down to their last 2 strikes. The pitch is on the ground to Gavin. Runner's going to third. He fumbles with it, and everybody's safe. The tying run is on first base, as there will be runners on first and third, and the Cubinals aren't quite dead yet, and it'll be up to Reese. So he'll stand in. 1-1, the pitch is on the ground. Gavin makes the play, and there you have it. The game is over. That'll do it. The Bandits win it by a score of 8-6. They shut out the Cubinals in the second and third innings. A little bit of controversy there in the past inning between the two teams. But ultimately, it works out in the Bandits' favor. They win this game and now lead the division. The Cubinals fall to second place, technically tied with the Archers, as the Bandits now are 3-2 and lead the division.